Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new, hi, my name is Zoe, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video. This is the first booktube video that I'm making. Today's video is going to be me making my January TBR. So basically what I want to do every month this year is, or try to do every month this year, is coming up with a list of books that I want to read for the month. Based on like the time, the season, you know, just how I'm feeling, what I want to read, all that stuff goes into consideration. But I will let the wheel picker choose what order I read them in. I don't know. I just get all over the place. I'm like, okay, I don't know which one to read, like, you know, so I think having an order would work better for me. We have 8 books, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 8 books because I have to study for LSAT and I have the test coming up, but in the spare time that I do have, I still do like to read, so that's why I only have 8. I don't have a whole bunch, and hopefully after I take it, everything will be a lot better and smooth sailing. Reading just kind of helps me take my mind off of it and not like stress so much. So don't forget to like this video, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the book that I am currently reading. I did start reading it in December of last year, which was a couple days ago because today is the 4th. But yeah, and if you see me looking to the side, I have my computer set up over here because that is where I will be doing the like picker. Yeah, the current book that I'm reading is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and I absolutely love it so far. As you can see, I've been annotating while I read, just to be able to go back. This book is, I'm not going to spoil anything, but this book is super funny. I love the banter between not only the main characters, but like the friend group. And it really kind of feels like found family, if you will. I feel like people were talking about this book like, I don't know, I feel like the way that people described it, they didn't do it justice, you know? Like, this book is so good. I love it. I love the themes that they talk about in the book because there are some things about like therapy and mental health and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel like it's too much or overwhelming. It feels just kind of just real. I really like it. It does have some very like deep, you know, things in there, which I love. But so far I love it. Like, I love the relationship between Anastasia and Nate. Currently I'm on page 264, so I'm almost done. I still would like to get through a couple books this month. So yeah, we'll see how many books I can get through this month and also for the year. I'm not gonna really set a goal for myself. I'm just gonna see what I do. I'm super excited about because I've seen so many things about it on TikTok, and it is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. I have seen so many things about this and people have like cried. Also, apparently the second book to this is coming out in February, and it comes out 3 days before my birthday on the 6th. But that week I will be completely dedicated to LSAT because February 1st is when the writing exam opens, and then on the 9th, which is my actual birthday, I have to take the exam. So I'm just gonna leave it for what it is. But that weekend I will definitely be reading. I do want to pre-order the second book so that I have it, and I'm really excited to read this. Apparently it's about Autumn and Finn. I think they're childhood friends, and then they become like strangers in a way, and they don't really talk anymore. The next book I have is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This is another book that TikTok has hyped up so much, and TikTok is the reason why I buy so many books, like, if we're being completely honest. And I didn't want this cover. If you know what the OG cover looks like, it's so pretty. I want to get the entire Magnolia Park series in the original covers, but for now, I just have this one. I also have Daisy Hates, but that's not on my list quite yet. But this is about Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne. I've heard it's like Gossip Girl based in London, I'm pretty sure. The next book I have is the first book in the ACOTAR series. This is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I've heard so much about her. Seen this book on TikTok. It is a fantasy, and I've never read fantasy, so I'm not sure how I like it, but I got this book because my sister has read the entire series, and she is probably gonna get on to me for still not reading the book yet. But I don't know, I'm excited to start a series, a fantasy series. This will be my first one. Twisted Love by Anna Huang, and this is the first book in the Twisted series. This one I am very hesitant to read, honestly. It really isn't a priority on my list, but my little sister keeps telling me to pick it up and read it, so that's why. I've seen a lot about it on TikTok, of course, and it is Verity by Colleen Hoover, but I don't know. I'm just like, do I really want to read it? I did start it, so I am on chapter 2, I think, but I put it down just because I don't know if, like, I guess I'm just not in the mood for it. But once it goes on my list, I'm gonna make myself read it and just like mentally I can say books like that where I'm hesitant about and kind of put it off, I end up loving so much. And a book for me like that, kind of off topic, was Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. And I've only read one book by her, but I feel like she's going to be one of my favorite authors because I love the way that she wrote Archer's Voice, and I love that book so much. Like, for me, it was my favorite read of the year. It's one of my favorite books of all time that I've ever read. It's so deep, and the romance in it is so great. Like, I haven't read anything yet that tops the way that book made me feel, and I don't know if I will. Like, I really hope I do, you know, read something that meets that same standard. But Archer's Voice it's like a 10 out of 5 for me. Like, that is my favorite book of all time, and I will accept zero criticism on it. If you don't like it, just don't say anything. Like, that's how much I love that book, and I will not shut up talking about it. The next book I have is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, and I've heard a lot about this as well. This is the first book in the series. This is about Evangeline Fox, and I'm pretty sure, yes, so she strikes a deal with the Prince of Hearts, and it says she's always believed in like true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. So I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I'm very excited to get into this. Stephanie Garber is also the author of the Caraval series, and I've heard a lot of great things about that as well. But for the meantime, this is the first Stephanie Garber book that I will be reading. The next book I have is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is a big boy. This is the first book in the Boys of Toman series. And then the last book is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Of course, TikTok led me here. I'm pretty sure it's about two writers who are writing to each other throughout, I think it's World War II, but they don't know. Not sure. I think there's like a magical element to it. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I do know that it is during the time of war. Yeah, so those are all the books, and now we're going to get into picking what order they come in. So I'm going to adjust the camera, but I have my screen recorder going right now, and I just have the picker wheel on the internet open, and I have all the books entered into there. First book to get to 3 picks first is going to be like the first book, if that makes sense. So it'll go in that order. Whichever book reaches 3 first, that will be the order that I put it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin. I'm really excited. It's like, which book is gonna fall? And the first pick is Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I'm going to count that. That's the first one. So we're gonna spin again. It's gonna be a lot of spins, so bear with me. But Okay, Divine Rivals came up. I feel like this just kind of makes it interesting. It's like suspenseful. Once Upon a Broken Heart again. So that's the second count for that one. Let's see. Divine Rivals again. Okay. So there's nothing else has been picked yet. But they both have 2. So whichever one gets to 3 first will be the first book that I pick up. And then Binding 13, I put Chloe Walsh on there, but Binding 13 was the next pick, so that now has 1 vote. Divine Rivals, okay. So that will be the very first book that I pick up after I finish Icebreaker, and I'm really excited. So now I'm going to remove that from the wheel and keep going to see which ones fall in what order. Magnolia Parks got 1. Okay. Twisted Love got 1. So now we're starting to get into the other books. Binding 13 got 2. So now Once Upon a Broken Heart and Binding 13 are both at 2 votes. We'll see which one. Twisted Love got another one. Okay. So that's 3 books that are tied for second. Verity just got 1 vote. Spinning again. I'm so nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. Like, Binding 13. Okay. So I'm going to take that one off the wheel. And now it's down to Twisted Love, ACOTAR, Magnolia Parks, If You Had Been With Me, Once Upon a Broken Heart, and Verity. If You Had Been With Me just got its first. Yeah. Let's see. ACOTAR has none yet, so we'll see. Is that the 3rd one? Once Upon a Broken Heart just got its 3rd vote, so that will be the 3rd book. Oh my gosh, my hair. So now I'm taking it off the wheel. We're gonna keep spinning. ACOTAR just got its first vote. Okay. I feel like this is a pretty solid, like, reading order. Okay, Verity just got its 2nd one, I believe. Yeah. If He Had Been With Me, that one's now at 2. Verity again. Okay, so we got it like sandwiched in the middle. Just took that one off the board. So now we're down to 4 books. So let's see. Twisted Love won by like the tiniest fraction. So that one's the next one. And now we're down to 3. If He Had Been With Me. Okay. Now we're down to 2. Magnolia Parks and ACOTAR. Both have 1 vote. So we'll see. Akatar. So now that one's at 2. See again. Akatar again. Okay, so now I have the order in which I'm going to read them. So we have Divine Rivals first. Binding 13 is next. And then we have Once Upon a Broken Heart. Verity. Twisted Love. If He Had Been With Me. Oh, that just snagged my hair. And then, wait a minute. I missed Akatar. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Akatar is after If He Had Been With Me, correct. And then the last book is Magnolia Parks. So I would say this is a pretty solid reading list for January. I'm very excited. It's kind of a mixture of everything. Of course, it's more so romance than anything. But yeah, I'm very excited. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.